Hi, friends. It's your buddy Matt, the global ergonomist and ergo coach. Welcome to another Strong Qigong. Well, as you can see, it's soggy and foggy out here in the Blue Ridge of Western North Carolina. We kind of like it that way sometimes, so we brought today's Strong Qigong inside in the cabin on the Blue Ridge. Today we did a favorite of ours, a routine we've done for years at the fitness centers here and down in St. Augustine, Florida. This one we call the single whip. It's based on that classic yang style form you may have seen. We started with one of our favorites known as embracing the moon. I love this one. And from there we went to another favorite, waving hands like clouds, classic Tai Chi. From waving hands like clouds, we went into the single whip, what we named today's session. And then, from there, a sister movement known as the snake creeps down. From the snake creeps down, we finished up our series with one of the first Tai Chi moves I ever learned. It was called mixing Qi in the cauldron of the body. So I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you'll come back again and again. Practice your ABCs, your alignment, your balance, and your coordination. And make sure to enjoy the meditation, the deep meditation of Tai Chi and Qigong here in Strong Qigong. And don't forget, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, hit those comments, and share with others. We love having you back again and again for Strong Qigong. Let's begin as always with our deep, slow, quiet, even breaths. In through the nose, out from the mouth. In through the belly, out from the chest. In through the heart, out from the mind. And if you're comfortable doing so, you might invite your eyes to close so that you can focus a little more. And as you do, begin to slow your breath down. That's the first step. Slowing the breath cycle tips our autonomic nervous system towards rest and digest, the parasympathetic branch. Then, to deepen the emphasis on the rest or digest branch, we extend every exhale. And the way we do that is at the bottom of every breath cycle. Before you take that next breath in, just puff a little more air out. You'll notice the next inhale through your nose is much deeper. Continue to do so, and know that nasal breathing is the healthiest for you. It mixes nitric oxide, and that's actually very beneficial to your cardiovascular system. So extend every exhale, slow the breath down. As we say in Strong Qigong, the key to taking a deep breath isn't how much we draw in. The key to taking a deep breath is how much we puff out. So puff out a little more breath at the bottom of every cycle. And as you do, invite yourself to begin to focus your mind on the fleeting moment where your out-breath changes to your in-breath and your in-breath changes back to your out-breath. Those fleeting moments on the poles of the breath are infinitesimal, and the idea is not to find them so much as to seek them. So seek out those fleeting moments and use your mind, sharpening and focusing on those fleeting moments. In Strong Qigong, we call that sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. And if you're comfortable doing so, you might use this classic visualization. Imagine you are holding an heirloom samurai katana, a beautiful sword brought down through generations, and you're sharpening it. And as you inhale, you're drawing that blade slowly across the stone, focusing on its edge. And as you get to the end of your inhale, you flip the blade. And as you exhale, you slowly push the blade from you across the stone, focusing on its edge. And once you've gotten to the end of that stroke, you flip the blade again and draw it from you. So every inhale is drawing the blade to you. Every exhale is pushing the blade from you, and it's the flipping of the blade that you're focusing on. This is sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath, as we say in Strong Qigong. So continue to breathe in this manner. And after a few more breaths, if your eyes are closed, invite them to slowly, gently flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. That is sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. Now we go into our warm-ups from head to toe, beginning with what we call the yoga neck roll. We take a deep breath in, our head floats like a balloon on a string. As we exhale, we purse our lips and slowly let the air out of the balloon, and the chin drops to the chest. When we inhale again, we inhale across and inhale the ear past shoulder. As we exhale across the chest, we inhale opposite ear past opposite shoulder. We continue breathing in this manner, exhaling chin across chest, inhaling ear past shoulder, exhaling chin across chest, inhale ear past shoulder. What you're doing is you're calibrating your interoception with your proprioception. That's position sense and body sense. You're allowing your inner ear, the 3 semicircular canals, to roll the little otoliths around as your diaphragm rises and falls, moving in concert. This is a great way to just get our vestibular system, our proprioception, our kinesthesia, all these words for getting us moving in concert, everything moving as it should. And after you've done a few more of these, whenever you feel comfortable, pause at the bottom. Inhale the chin back upright as we work into the upper shoulder girdle. We begin to loop our shoulder girdles forward and upward, bring them up around back, and then exhale, squeeze downward and backward. And continue to breathe in this manner, looping forward and upward with every inhale, squeezing downward and backward with every exhale. This shoulder roll wakes up our upper respiratory sinus. As we loop and scoop forward and upward with every inhale, we squeeze downward and backward with every exhale, waking up an area between the shoulder blades the ancient Asian literature calls the Da Jue point. We continue. Beautifully done. The upper respiratory sinus warming up. The middle dantian warming up. Beautifully done. And after a few more of these, when you're ready, you can relax your shoulders and then turn your eyes towards one hand and begin to scoop and toss each hand behind you, scooping with palm up and tossing with palm down. As you do, you might calibrate your breath with your movement. And if you feel comfortable doing so, you can inhale your palm up and exhale your palm down beside you. And it's like a dance move. You're turning your trunk and shifting your weight. We call this windmills. This is just a classic form of silk reeling. Beautifully done. And then start to move this looping up into your elbows. Begin to throw an elbow strike backward from side to side. Big looping circles with the elbow. Beautifully done. As you do, begin to move this backward loop up into the shoulder blade and start rolling each shoulder from side to side. As we warm up, the middle dantian, the cauldron of the heart, beautifully done. We'll begin to work down now into the lower respiratory sinus. You'll notice we're already rocking from side to side, rolling each shoulder, which invites us, when you feel ready, to smoothly transition into the ragdoll. Begin to just use that turn of the trunk and let the hands float freely from the body. Beautifully done. And as you do ragdoll, you can go right into pellet drum. So if you feel comfortable doing so, using the momentum of the turn of your trunk, let your hands begin to slap or tap the top of the opposite shoulder and the low back. Using this momentum, we start up at the top, and then when you feel comfortable, you can work to the top of the chest, up around your collarbone. After you've slapped or tapped up around your collarbone and your top of your chest, you work to the bottom of the rib cage. And that's down by those floating ribs we use to squeeze that little bit of air out. After you've done the rib cage, down to the hip. You've got your respiratory sinus warmed up. You're ready now to go into the lower trunk. You invite your hands to float to your hips, and you begin big hula hoop maneuvers, as big as you can make them. Loop the hips, and continue to focus on your breath, deep and slow, quiet and even, in through the nose, out from the mouth, in through the belly, out from the chest, in through the heart, out from the mind. Whichever direction you chose, just go ahead and pause and begin to unwind what you've wound. As in Qigong, we always try to balance yin and yang. We always try to balance east and west. And we unwind what we've wound. Now we're ready to pause in the middle and widen our base of support. Settle into a little bit of a bounce. See if you got a nice, good Mabu horse riding stance. That's the classic stance we'll do with the Great Bear swings. Another warm-up we do. We inhale. And as we exhale, we turn our shoulders, we drop down. As we inhale, we turn our shoulders, rise to pause. Exhale, turn shoulders. Drop down, inhale, rise to pause. As you rest your hands comfortably on your thighs. Beautifully done. Now, if you feel comfortable doing so, you can put a little turn in your head and neck, only what you feel comfortable doing. And if you really want to do it in the more traditional form, your eyes go from corner to corner as you turn. Beautifully done. The Great Bear swing from side to side. And on your next exhale down, pause in the middle. Inhale your trunk back upright. And before we leave horse stance, let's shift weight on a figure 8. Rocking our little boat on our moonlit night and our placid lake. As you do, round the corner as you change direction. Swivel the hips a little bit. You'll notice this is how you keep your 3 smooth river rocks resting peacefully on life's river's edge. Our 3 dantian remain upright. So lead with the hips, round each corner, and rock your little boat. Beautifully done. Shifting weight on a figure 8. And after you've done a few more of these, invite yourself to return to center. Bring your feet back into your square center stance, about shoulder width. Shift weight to one foot. Raise your opposite heel and loop your knee. Well done. And after you've looped in one direction, unwind what you've wound. That's the idea. After you've done one foot, rock over to the other foot and begin looping the knee. Beautifully done. And then you can pause and loop to unwind what you've wound. Well done. Settle back into the middle. All that's left are the wrist, hands, and forearms. Gently clasp them in front of the middle dantian, the heart center. Begin to roll your wrist. Whichever direction you chose, you know you're going to pause and unwind what you've wound. Well done. Beautifully done. Now we're ready for our visualization, our classic Qigong visualization known as cleansing the inner body. We release the hands and we begin to lead with the palms and the Lao Gong points. Our palms melt down with our exhale. Our palms float up with our inhale. And we continue in this manner, floating and melting. As you breathe in this manner, if you'd like your knees to follow along, a little bit with your hands, feel free to do so. This is Qigong breathing. Now, in a moment, if you're comfortable again with eyes closed, invite your eyes to close and prepare for this classic visualization known as cleansing the inner body. With every inhale, we visualize a glowing mist rising from the core of the earth through the soles of the feet, through the trillions of cells of our inner body to collect in our upper dantian, the cauldron of our mind. And as we exhale and our palms melt down, we invite the visualization of that glowing mist forming a glowing cloud, that glowing cloud forming glowing rain, and that glowing rain washing down the inner body through the soles of the feet and back into the earth. So this visualization is breathing into and back out and into the earth. So with every inhale, as the palms rise, so does the glowing mist. With every exhale, as the palms fall, so does the glowing rain, as it washes the inner body. And it also washes those three smooth river rocks we carefully gathered, balanced, and stacked on life's river's edge. Beautifully done. Enjoy your inner show. When your hands rise again, invite them to pause at heart height in a hugging stance we know lovingly as stand like tree. This is our meditative pose to take inventory of our alignment and to feel the echoes of the Qi we stirred. And with long neck and light head floating upward like a balloon, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. Now, between them, our spine gently stretches with every breath. This is known as the string of pearls in the ancient Asian literature. Our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in a firm, rooted stance, like a mighty oak. And our three energy centers rest peacefully on one another, as if we gathered, balanced, and stacked those three smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the Qi we stirred. We see the dance in our mind's eye of our warm-ups, from the yoga neck roll through the shoulder rolls, from the windmills through the pellet drum, from stirring the bowl to the great bear swings. We see it and feel it and enjoy the inner show as our hands begin a slow journey downward, our thumbs crossing over our belly button, our folded fingers warming on the cauldron of the body. Through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body, and as we do, we delight in the growing, glowing light as the embers respond. And with each deep ensuing inhale, we draw that inner light up. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart. And as we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, those embers respond as well. And as we continue through closed eyes and pursed lips, blowing on the embers of both cauldrons, we fill the inner galaxy with light, and we spill beyond that inner galaxy, bathing the space between us with light, warm, silken, Qi energy. And may your body be strong, and may your heart be calm. And if eyes are closed, enjoy it. As your hands begin a slow journey downward, resting at your side as your eyes begin to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We are ready. We step into the center of our little boat. And the hand on this side of the room makes a gentle fist that floats before the heart. The hand on this side covers it. Together, we take a deep breath in to straighten as we slowly bow in a gesture of mutual respect. When we inhale, slowly back upright in a gesture of gratitude for the tradition. We exhale and our hands melt down. When we inhale again, we inhale them up overhead, about an inch apart. Slowly and deliberately exhale down our center line. This is centering the Qi, where we begin and end every class together. Beautifully done. We do one more. This time we bring our palms together in the Shaolin manner. We exhale only to the middle dantian, the heart center, as the Shaolin do in their warm-ups. When we inhale, elbows rise and wrists straighten. When we exhale, hands melt down. Beautifully done. We're ready now. We step out into our little boat. We unlock our knees. When we inhale, our hands up again, our knees and hands float. When we exhale down, our knees and hands melt, and we move in concert with our breath. As we make sure those three smooth river rocks rest peacefully on one another. This movement is known as sinking the Qi, where we begin again and again. And we return to make sure we're moving with our breath. Beautifully done. When your hands drop again, I'm going to ask you to pause at the bottom, inhale them extended up in front of you, and exhale back down in what's known as opening the door. It's the opening move in many of the formal Yang-style Tai Chi moves. In a moment, when they rise again, I'm going to ask you to spread them wide and stand like tree, this time with eyes open. So let them rise, let them spread, and then stand like tree. But this time, eyes open, so that the hand on this side can drop into our lap. As we exhale down, when we inhale again, we inhale and roll this ball, rising, exhale down. We continue in this manner. This is known as embracing the move. We're using it because today we're going to explore some of our old favorites. We want to start with embracing the move. So rise with every inhale, sink with every exhale as you roll the ball. Beautifully done. In a moment, on our next trip down, we're going to pause at the bottom for an old favorite. We'll pause at the bottom. We'll take a deep breath in and we'll exhale this elbow past this knee. We'll then inhale the lower hand up, exhaling its elbow past this knee. Always inhale the hand up and always exhale the elbow across. And as you do, stare deeply into the palm of the outstretched hand as it floats past your field of vision. You'll know this move lovingly as waving hands like clouds, a classic Tai Chi sequence and move. Perfect for today since it's cloudy and rainy outside and we brought our practice inside. Well done. It's like tenderly dancing, like with a long-lost loved one. So when you continue to rock from side to side, notice your shift in weight. Notice your turn in trunk. Beautifully done. Now, in a moment, we're going to return to the center posture of Embrace the Moon. So pause. Shift weight over the foot with the upper hand. Key step the other foot in. And when you're ready, bow step out. And the bottom hand extends in the direction of the bow step. This is preparing for the single whip. This upper hand extends in front of you and grasps 3 fingers, like so, over this foot. Now this extended hand moves with our breath. As we inhale, we scoop our hand up to the single whip. As we exhale, we loop out over that foot and pause. Then we do it again, inhaling and exhaling. Beautifully done. Now your eyes follow your hand, and your hand follows your breath, and your breath follows your mind. Beautifully done. This is the single whip. You see this in classic Yang style Tai Chi. Well done. In a moment, when our hand extends again to the side, I'm going to ask you to pause and reverse the circle. So when we get to that stage, simply pause, inhale your hand up, and then exhales down and out, and continue in this manner. Inhale to the center, exhale to the side, and continue to breathe through the movement as we've been doing. This move is known as the snake creeps down. It's kind of the sister movement to the single whip. Beautifully done. Now in a moment, when your hand extends again, I'm going to invite you to pause and return to the single whip. So pause and loop downward in towards the center. Exhale out towards the side. Let's do the single whip. A couple of more times. Beautifully done. Then invite yourself to pause, return to center, hugging tree, eyes open. You can adjust your stance. Well done. The hand on this side drops into your lap, and you settle into embrace moon. Let's embrace moon a few times. Exhale down. Well done. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. On this next one, pause. Take a deep breath in. Exhale this elbow, pass this knee, and resume, waving hands like clouds. Beautifully done. Tenderly dancing with a long-lost loved one. When you return to center, we're going to switch sides. So we'll return to our embrace the moon pose. Shift weight over this foot. T step in. Bow step out. Grasp the hook with the upper hand. And then inhale to center. Exhale to side. And continue as you perform the single whip, east and west. Well done. And when you extend again, pause and reverse the cycle. So inhale up, exhale down and out, and continue looping in this manner. The snake creeps down east and west. Well done. And to finish up this sequence, the next time your hand extends, pause and single whip. Inhaling to center, exhale to side. Beautifully done. And on this next one, when you extend again, return to center. Stand like tree with eyes open. Well done. The hand on the first side drops in. We embrace moon. A few last times. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. Beautifully done. Now on this next one, we pause. We take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we push down our center line as we turn to gaze into the opposite hand. We then inhale that hand to center. We push down the center line and gaze into the other hand. We continue to inhale to center as we exhale to side, turning towards the hand, gazing into the Lao Gong point. This is a classic, one of the first I ever learned. This is mixing Qi in the cauldron of the body. Beautifully done. Turning trunk, shifting weight. Beautiful. And on this next one, as you finish up, find your alignment and stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward, Our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward. And as our spine gently stretches between them in the string of pearls, our hands hover as if tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance, like a mighty oak. With soft knees and soft belly, our three energy centers rest peacefully on one another, as if we carefully gathered, balanced, and stacked three smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. And with those soft knees and soft belly, through closed eyes and pursed lips as if blowing through a straw, we feel the echoes of the Qi we stirred. We see the dance in our mind's eye, embracing the moon, and waving hands like clouds, the single whip, and the snake creeps down, and mixing Qi in the cauldron of the body. We see it, we feel it course through us, as our hands melt down one final time. The thumbs crossing over our belly button, the folded fingers warming below on the cauldron of the body as we resume blowing on the embers. The cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body. And with each deep ensuing inhale, as the embers respond, we draw the light upward and outward. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the mind, the part of us that gave us this beautiful inward show, using our own visualization, our own imagination, our own concentration, and our own meditation. We blow on the embers, we feel the inner body filling with the brightest light yet. It spills beyond the inner body. It bathes the space between us. It spills beyond the space between us. It bathes the world around us. It spills beyond the world around us, and it bathes life itself with light, warm, silken Qi energy. And may your body stay strong. May your heart stay calm. And may your mind stay sharp. And may your spirit stay free. Yi Dao, Qi Dao, which means where mind goes, Qi follows. Where intention goes, your energy flows. So choose wisely, choose carefully, choose peacefully. And if eyes are closed, enjoy it a moment longer as the hands melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We step back into the center of our little boat and slowly and deliberately inhale our hands up till they're an inch apart. Just as slowly, just as deliberately exhale down your center line. Centering your Qi is promised at the beginning. So the hand on this side of the room or screen can make the fist. This hand can cover it. And together, we take a deep breath in. We slowly exhale and bow in a gesture of mutual respect. And you give yourself a round of applause for being the light you made in the world today.